Humanity Rewind, a celebration of 100 remarkable moments in history. Invention of the wheel, circa 3500 BC. Construction of the Great Pyramids, circa 2600 to 2500 BC. Birth of Confucius, 551 BC. Founding of the Roman Republic, 509 BC. The life of Alexander the Great, 356 to 323 BC. The birth of Jesus Christ, c. 4 BC. The fall of the Roman Empire, 476 AD. The printing press invention, circa 1440, by Johannes Gutenberg. The Enlightenment, 17th and 18th centuries. The American Revolution, 1775 to 1783. The French Revolution, 1789 to 1799. The Industrial Revolution, late 18th century. The abolition of slavery, 19th century. Darwin's theory of evolution, 1859. The Wright brothers' first flight, 1903. World War I, 1914 to 1918. The Russian Revolution, 1917. The end of World War II, 1945. The Civil Rights Movement, 1950s and 1960s. The Moon Landing, 1969. The Fall of the Berlin Wall, 1989. The invention of the Internet, c. 1960s to 1980s. The end of apartheid in South Africa, 1994. The Human Genome Project completion, 2003. The Arab Spring, 2010 to 2012. The Renaissance, 14th to 17th centuries. The Age of Exploration, 15th to 17th centuries. The Scientific Revolution, 16th and 17th centuries. The invention of the steam engine, 1712. The Declaration of Independence, 1776. The women's suffrage movement, 19th and 20th centuries. The invention of the telephone, 1876, by Alexander Graham Bell. The Theory of Relativity, by Albert Einstein, 1905 and 1915. The New Deal, 1930s, in the United States. The Green Revolution, mid-20th century. The Human Rights Declaration, 1948. The Beatles and the British Invasion, 1960s. The End of the Cold War, 1989. The Mapping of the Human Brain, 21st century. The Peaceful Transfer of Power in Democracies. The Establishment of the United Nations, 1945. The Invention of Penicillin, 1928, by Alexander Fleming. The First Organ Transplant, 1954. The Apollo Program, 1961 to 1972. The Invention of Vaccines. The Discovery of DNA, 1953. The Women's Rights Movement, ongoing. The Emancipation Proclamation, 1863. The Internet's role in information sharing, ongoing. The International Space Station, 2000. The end of smallpox, 1980. The European Union formation, 1951. The human genome editing, 21st century. The green energy movement, ongoing. The Hubble Space Telescope, 1990. The Marshall Plan, 1948. The Panama Canal construction, 1914. The invention of the microchip, 1958. The cloning of Dolly the sheep, 1996. The peaceful transition in South Africa, 1994. The humanitarian efforts of NGOs, ongoing. The invention of the World Wide Web, 1989, by Tim Berners-Lee. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, ongoing. The Clean Water and Sanitation Initiatives, ongoing. The Fall of the Iron Curtain, 1989. The Geneva Conventions, 1864. The establishment of the Red Cross, 1863. The invention of the light bulb, 1879, by Thomas Edison. The humanitarian work of Mother Teresa, 20th century. The Space Shuttle Program, 1981 to 2011. The deciphering of hieroglyphics, 19th century. The international efforts to combat infectious diseases, ongoing. The founding of the European Space Agency, 1975. The Great Wall of China construction, c. 7th century BC. The humanitarian work of Mahatma Gandhi, 20th century. The Apollo 8 Earthrise photo, 1968. The Antarctic Treaty, 1959. The evolution of democracy, ongoing. The development of renewable energy, ongoing. The discovery of penicillin's medical use, 1930s. The invention of the personal computer, 20th century. The establishment of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, 2000. The Panama Canal handover to Panama, 1999. The invention of the polio vaccine, 1955, by Jonas Salk. The international collaboration in space exploration, ongoing. The women in STEM advancements, ongoing. The humanitarian efforts in response to natural disasters, ongoing. The formation of international alliances, ongoing. The establishment of the World Health Organization, 1948. The Apollo-Soyuz test project, 1975. The international efforts to combat hunger, ongoing. The contributions of Nelson Mandela to peace, 20th century. The global advances in education, ongoing. The Paris Agreement on Climate Change, 2015. The advancements in artificial intelligence, ongoing. "100 Ways Life Has Never Been Better, Inspiring Progress and Achievements." Increased life expectancy. Global life expectancy has increased from 31 years in 1900 to over 72 years in 2016. Advances in medical science. Medical breakthroughs like the development of antibiotics, vaccines, and organ transplant procedures have saved countless lives. Lower child mortality rates. The global under-5 mortality rate has decreased by 59% from 93 deaths per 1,000 live births in 1990 to 38 in 2019. Decline in global poverty. The number of people living in extreme poverty, earning less than $1.90 per day, has reduced significantly, from 1.9 billion in 1990 to 9.2% of the global population in 2019. Improved access to clean water. 2.6 billion people have gained access to clean drinking water sources since 1990. Expanded education opportunities. Global literacy rates have risen from 56% in 1950 to 86.3% in 2016. Lower crime rates. In the United States, violent crime rates have declined by 51% between 1993 and 2018. Decrease in global hunger. The number of undernourished people has decreased from 23.3% of the global population in 1990 to 1992 to 8.9% in 2019. Vaccination successes. Vaccinations have saved millions of lives. For example, measles vaccination has prevented over 21.1 million deaths from 2000 to 2017. Progress in gender equality. Global gender parity in primary education has improved significantly, with girls' enrollment matching that of boys in many regions. Technological advancements. Technological innovations have transformed the world, from the internet to smartphones. Lower maternal mortality rates. Maternal mortality has decreased globally, with maternal deaths falling by about 44% between 1990 and 2015. Improved sanitation. Access to improved sanitation facilities has increased from 28% of the global population in 1980 to 45% in 2015. Rise in literacy rates. The global youth literacy rate reached 91% in 2016, up from 83% in 1990. Decrease in child labor. Child labor rates have fallen from 25% in 1960 to 8.4% in 2016. Increase in food production. Global food production has increased to feed a growing population, reducing hunger. Access to electricity. The percentage of the global population with access to electricity increased from 76% in 1990 to 89% in 2016. More accessible information. The Internet has made information more accessible, with over 4.5 billion people using it in 2020. Advancements in renewable energy. Renewable energy capacity has grown significantly, with solar and wind power leading the way. Decline in air pollution. In many areas, air pollution levels have decreased due to cleaner technologies and regulations. Reduction in smoking rates. Global smoking prevalence has declined from 27% in 2000 to 20% in 2016. Decrease in deaths from infectious diseases. Global deaths from infectious diseases like HIV, TB, and malaria have declined. Access to nutritious food. Efforts have increased access to nutritious food, reducing malnutrition. Availability of telemedicine. Telemedicine has expanded healthcare access, particularly in remote areas. Innovations in transportation. Transportation systems have improved, becoming more efficient and safer. Enhanced internet connectivity. Internet connectivity has improved, bridging the digital divide. Decline in teenage pregnancies. Teenage pregnancy rates have decreased in many countries. Access to contraception. Access to family planning services and contraceptives has expanded. Reduction in malaria cases. Malaria cases have decreased in many regions, reducing deaths. Advances in cancer treatments. Improved cancer treatments have increased survival rates. Rise in global GDP. Global GDP has grown steadily over the years, reflecting economic progress. Decline in child marriage. Child marriage rates have decreased in various regions. Expansion of LGBTQ+ rights. An increasing number of countries are recognizing and granting rights to the LGBTQ+ community, from marriage equality to anti-discrimination laws. Decrease in wars and conflicts. The number of armed conflicts and battle-related deaths has generally declined since the mid-20th century. Expansion of humanitarian aid. International humanitarian aid efforts have provided life-saving support to millions of people affected by crises. Decrease in child soldiers. Efforts to end the use of child soldiers have led to a significant reduction in their recruitment. Advancements in mental health care. Improved understanding and treatment options for mental health conditions have positively impacted millions of lives. Increased access to primary education. More children have access to quality primary education, improving their life prospects. Reduction in workplace fatalities. Occupational safety measures have led to a decrease in workplace fatalities. Improved child welfare. Child protection measures, foster care systems, and child welfare agencies have enhanced the lives of vulnerable children. More protected natural reserves. The number of protected natural reserves and parks has increased, preserving biodiversity. Decrease in pollution in oceans. Initiatives to reduce pollution in the oceans are helping protect marine ecosystems. Reduction in child abuse. Awareness and child protection efforts have led to a decrease in child abuse cases. Expansion of democracy. Democracy has spread to more countries, providing citizens with a voice in government. Advances in artificial intelligence. AI technologies are improving various aspects of life, from healthcare to transportation. Increased tolerance and acceptance. Greater social awareness and education have led to increased tolerance and acceptance of diversity. Reduced discrimination. Laws and social attitudes have evolved to reduce discrimination based on race, gender, and more. Decline in extreme poverty. The number of people living in extreme poverty has been steadily decreasing. Increase in disaster preparedness. Improved disaster preparedness and response mechanisms have saved lives. Decline in global illiteracy. Global illiteracy rates have been on a continuous decline. Access to safe housing. Efforts to provide safe and affordable housing options have improved living conditions. Reduction in acid rain. Emissions controls have significantly reduced acid rain. Improved air quality. Better environmental regulations have led to improved air quality in many regions. Decrease in traffic-related fatalities. In many countries, traffic-related fatalities have decreased due to safety measures and improved vehicle technology. Rise in cultural exchange. Cultural exchange and global connectivity have enriched societies and fostered understanding. Increase in accessible transportation. Improved transportation options and infrastructure have made travel and mobility more accessible. Advancements in renewable energy storage. Innovations in energy storage technologies are making renewable energy more reliable. Advancements in assistive technologies. Innovations have improved the quality of life for people with disabilities. Expansion of fair trade. The fair trade movement has benefited many workers in developing countries. Decrease in human trafficking. Increased awareness and efforts have led to a decline in human trafficking cases. Promotion of animal welfare. Animal welfare movements have led to improved conditions for animals in many areas. Expansion of recycling programs. Recycling programs have reduced waste and promoted environmental conservation. Access to affordable healthcare. Various countries have expanded access to affordable healthcare options. Decline in tobacco use. Smoking rates have been steadily decreasing, improving public health. Increase in environmental awareness. Awareness of environmental issues has grown, leading to conservation efforts. Promotion of sustainable farming. Sustainable farming practices are promoting ecological conservation and food security. Expansion of green building practices. Green building practices are reducing environmental impacts. Increase in support for victims of domestic violence. Support services for domestic violence victims have expanded. Reduction in discrimination against indigenous peoples. Efforts have been made to combat discrimination against indigenous populations. Improvement in air travel safety. Air travel has become safer, with fewer accidents and incidents. Rise in entrepreneurship opportunities. More people have access to entrepreneurship and business opportunities. Access to remote work. Advances in technology have made remote work more accessible and prevalent. Enhanced food safety regulations. Food safety regulations have reduced foodborne illnesses. Promotion of multilingual education. Multilingual education programs are promoting cultural diversity and communication. "100 Things to Look Forward to, Embracing the Bright Future Ahead." Advances in medical research. Cures for currently incurable diseases. Space exploration and Mars colonization. Renewable energy revolution. Increased global connectivity. Technological innovations. Sustainable agriculture. Clean air initiatives. Eradicating extreme poverty. Universal access to quality education. Artificial intelligence enhancements. Quantum computing. Progress in gender equality. Improved mental health support. Renewable energy-powered transportation. Eco-friendly urban planning. Innovations in 3D printing. Virtual reality for education and healthcare. Progress in LGBTQ+ rights. Cleaner and safer water sources. Fusion energy. Reduced air pollution. Smart cities. Global language translation tools. Breakthroughs in cancer treatment. Reversing climate change. Personalized medicine. Eliminating child labor worldwide. Autonomous vehicles. Sustainable fashion. Global wildlife conservation efforts. Clean and efficient energy storage. Increased use of solar power. Advances in ocean exploration. Global peace initiatives. Enhanced disaster preparedness. Anti-aging and longevity research. Space tourism. Reduced plastic waste. Greater emphasis on mental health education. Universal basic income. Sustainable tourism. biodegradable materials, empowerment of indigenous peoples, world harmony and cultural exchange, preservation of indigenous languages, telemedicine accessibility, protecting endangered species, AI-powered healthcare, improved animal welfare practices, eliminating racial discrimination, breakthroughs in Alzheimer's disease research, global humanitarian efforts, eco-friendly infrastructure, advanced renewable energy grids, safer and more efficient air travel, enhanced disaster response, renewable energy-powered desalination, advancements in brain-computer interfaces, renewable energy in developing countries, AI-assisted learning, accessible clean drinking water for all, progress in antibiotic development, ocean cleanup initiatives, reduction in child malnutrition, affordable space travel, reusable and sustainable packaging, global conflict resolution efforts, personalized education paths, advanced telecommunications, eliminating forced labor worldwide, regenerative medicine, sustainable architecture, improved water purification technologies, renewable energy-powered air travel, equal pay for equal work, space elevators, increased global tolerance, carbon capture technologies, ethical food production, improved energy efficiency, expanding conservation reserves, progress in quantum physics, universal access to healthcare, sustainable space exploration, advanced brain health research, eradicating polio and malaria, rehabilitation and support for former prisoners, enhanced environmental awareness, stem cell therapies, space-based solar power, preservation of cultural heritage, solutions for income inequality, cybersecurity advancements, progress in space medicine, renewable energy in agriculture, AI-enhanced environmental monitoring, clean energy-powered desalination, sustainable living practices, interplanetary human colonies,